Hi everyone, this is Rick, and I want to do kind of a shorter stretching flow session. I know the last ones I've done have been over 30 minutes, and while I think it's important to really spend the time to do that, I do it every morning, and I find that it's hard to make sure I get all of the different body parts and kind of get into a good breathing rhythm in a short period of time. But this one's going to be about 10 to 15 minutes and kind of get all the right pieces. And so hopefully this is helpful and a little more accessible to you. You can find the time to be able to do it. So we're going to start off in child's pose. You see my wife has the Easter decorations up, so enjoy looking at the background if you're not looking at me. Go ahead and spread your knees out wide. Sit back on your heels. Bring your hands mat width difference apart, forward, and rest your head onto the mat. Make sure that your elbows and hands are lined up on the edges of the mat, and just slowly focus on your breath. Breathing in through the nose and back out through the nose. Your knees are wide, so your chest and belly should have full access to be able to open up as deeply as possible. When we turn our thumbs up, kind of rotating our palms towards each other, and you may feel a little openness in the back that you opened up. Keep that opening in the back and then bring your hands back down. Because we want to make sure that we're stretching across the back as well as down the back. Maybe press back a little further into the heels, into your heels, now that you have a little bit of a breathing rhythm going. One more breath. Now take your right hand and move it about 6 inches off of your mat. And then come over and take your left hand and put it on top of it. We're going to do a deep side stretch here. More than we've done before, where we're going to get a real stretch into the left hand side, pushing back into the left hip, feeling into the side of the body. That's great. Now come back to center. Take a little pause break here. And then I'll bring the left hand about 6 inches to the outside of the mat. Come over and bring your right hand on top of it, and then press back into the right hip, stretching along the right hand side of your torso. A couple breaths here. Come back to the center. Now what I want you to do is kind of bring your hands to prayer in front of you and bring them up over your head. This is a stretch to your triceps, and also brings a little bit of stretch to the shoulders and the back. So your hands of prayer are probably behind your neck, head facing down. One more breath. On your exhale, just come up onto your elbows. Stack your knees under your hips. Come up onto your hands into a tabletop position. We'll do a couple cows and cats. Breathe in. Look forward, arch the back, breathe out, push the back up. Breathe in, feel like you're pulling the hands towards your knees. Breathe out, pushing the hands away from the knees. Come back to center, and let's push our right heel back, digging the toes into the ground, stretching out the right calf muscle. Elongating the stretch here. Bring the leg up, parallel to the ground, and now we're going to bend the knee. So 90 degrees with the knee, and we're going to do some working on the glute activation. So from here, I want you to open your knee out, kind of like a dog-eye fire hydrant. So your thigh and your shin are parallel to the ground, but perpendicular to each other, and then bring it down to hover right next to your left knee. Bring it back up to the back, out to the side, and back down. This really gets deep into the gluteus minimus muscles, which are not as activated as much. And particularly if you sit all day, these things are just hanging out and getting no love at all. So we're going to do 3 rounds in this direction. And when you get to the third, go the other way. Bring the knee down, open it up, bring it back, and one more time. Open, back, last time, down, open, and back. Now hold here, straighten the leg, and we're going to ease it over to the left and stick it down on the other side of the mat. Look over the left shoulder at it, and another wide banana stretch on the right side of the body. Look forward, bring the leg back up and back down. We'll do a little puppy pose in between, so bring your hands in front of you, straighten your arms, and bring your forehead down, or maybe your chin, or maybe your chest, depending on how much flexibility you have in your lower back. Take a couple breaths here. And we're going to do the same hand movement we did in child's pose. You may want to put your forehead back on the ground. Bring your hands to prayer in front of you, and then bring them up behind your head. Again, this stretches up the shoulders and stretches the quadriceps, the triceps. Pressing down with your chest. One more inhale, and on the exhale, come forward onto your elbows. Bring your hands back underneath your shoulders and into tabletop one more time. Now we'll go to the other side. Left foot out, pressing the ball of your foot into the mat, stretching the left calf. Bring the leg up, parallel to the ground, bend the knee, and then now we'll do 3 rotations. First out to the left, hover next to the right, back up, it's 1. One more time to the side, down and up, that's 2. Side, down, up is 3. Now we'll go the other direction. Hover out to the side, back up, hover out to the side, back up, hover out to the side, back up. It's very deceptive. Straighten your knee and your leg. Bring it over to the right-hand side outside the mat. Look over your right shoulder at it, and another long stretch along the left side of the body. Good. Bring your head gaze forward, bring the leg up, and back down into tabletop mode. Tuck the toes under, push back into downward facing dog, pressing the chest towards the ankles, looking at your toes, opening up the back again like before with the child's pose. Feel like you're kind of twisting 2 knobs outwardly with your hands to open the back up. Maybe pedal the feet. And now bend your knees, look forward, and bring your left leg forward into a lunge. Go ahead and bring the knee down. Hands on top of the left knee, and then push forward, opening up the right hip flexor. Have your chest out. Maybe reach behind you, interlace your fingers, and open up again more, leaning forward into that knee, opening up the right hip flexor a little bit more. If you had your hands behind your back, release. Bring the right hand down to the mat, and we're going to bring the left hand up to the sky for a twist. You can stay on your knee, or if you want to bring it up to your toe for a little bit more strength. If you want to do a half bind to get a little bit more rotation, that's fine. One more breath in. On your exhale, come back out the way you came in. Knee down, press back into a half split. Straightening out the left leg, keeping the chest forward. And then come onto the front foot, and we're going to switch sides. We're going to stop here in the middle as we rotate to the right, and just do a wide leg forward fold. Keep the hands down. Make sure that your elbows and your hands are in line with your shoulders. Most of your weight should be on the balls of your feet, not the heels. Take a couple breaths here, a little inversion. Make sure the neck is relaxed. And we'll continue on over to the other side, continuing to the right, coming up onto the right knee, and pushing forward into that right hip flexor. Like the other side, if you'd like, you can reach back, interlace your fingers, and push out with your chest. Maybe look up a little bit and deeper into that. If your hands are behind your back, go ahead and release them. Bring your left hand down to the mat, right hand to the sky. You can stay here on your knee or come up onto your toe and maybe do a half bind. On your next exhale, look down, come down onto your left knee and kind of push back into half splits. Now with the right leg forward, again keeping the back straight, pushing forward with the chest. Your next exhale, come forward, and we're just going to step up. I'm facing the other way, but I'll rotate towards you, and we're just going to keep your feet about mat width distance apart and do a forward fold. Grab ups and elbows, just hang. Let loose the back, let loose the head. Maybe again, if you want to interlace your fingers behind your back and pull your hands down, get a little deeper stretch into the upper back. And then release your hands down. Your toe hero feet together to shoulder width distance, and then slowly come up one vertebrae at a time. Head comes up last. Rotate the shoulders, open up into mountain pose. We're going to do 2 half Sun Salutation A's. So we're going to reach up, inhale, exhale, fold all the way down, hands to mat. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, hands to mat. Inhale all the way back up, hands to prayer above your head. Exhale all the way back down. Halfway lift. Exhale down. Inhale all the way back up. And go ahead and bring your hands to prayer in front of your heart. We'll take a couple breaths here. And then we're going to open our legs mat width distance apart, and we're going to sit down into a Yogi Squat. Get your elbows in between your knees, pressing out, straightening the back. You may choose the right hand down and do a twist with the left hand up. Hands to prayer, switch sides, and back. And then we're going to drop back. I'm going to pivot back to the front of the mat, and I'm going to roll back into Happy Baby. I'm going to pull the knees in towards the up to the armpits. Go ahead and release the left foot. Stretch it down along the ground, pulling in on the right for half Happy Baby on the right side. And then we'll switch sides, come up, grab the left foot. Let the right foot come all the way down, pressing down on it, pulling in on the left. Bring them back up. Bring the bottom of your shoulders together, feet to the ground, and reclining butterfly. Left hand on your chest, right hand on your belly. Take a couple breaths here. Feel the belly expand, the chest expand, and then the belly contract. One more time. Expand the belly, expand the chest, compress the chest, compress the belly. Bring your knees up, pull them towards your chest, let go of the left leg, let it come down to the ground. Flex your right foot and then press it towards the ceiling. Grab behind the calf or the thigh and just hold a hamstring stretch, a reclining hamstring stretch. We'll spend a few breaths here, opening up the hamstring, relaxing the lower back, relaxing the legs. Go ahead and bend the knee, tuck it towards your chest again, bring up the left knee, and then cross the left foot over the right foot over the left thigh. And then reach down, either grab behind the thigh or in front of the knee and pull in for a hip opener. Again, as you're exhaling, just try to relax the back, relax the legs, no tension in the lower body. One more inhale, pull in another inch, let it go, bring your foot down. We're going to do a twist, maybe bring the hips a little bit to the right and fall over to left. Have your right leg at a 90-degree angle. You can leave your left leg also at a 90-degree angle, or you can reach down and grab the foot. Left hand on the right knee, press down, trying to pull the right shoulder towards the mat, pushing down on the left knee, with the left hand onto the right knee, building that splitting twist with the lower back. If you have the left foot, go ahead and release it. Come back up. We'll do a quick bridge in between switching sides. Bring the feet back to the mat. We're going to lift the pelvis up. Interlace the fingers underneath the back. Maybe come up on your toes and push up. Come back down to your heels. And stretch. Again, engaging the glutes. And then come back down. And we'll switch sides. So we'll bring the left knee up to the chest, straighten out the right leg, flex the left foot, push it towards the sky, grab behind the left thigh or the left calf, pulling the leg towards you. Relax here into the stretch. One more breath. Bend the knee, pull it in towards the chest, bring up the right leg, cross the left foot over the right, and then reach down and pull in for another tip opener here on the right side or left side. Again, relax the lower back, relax the legs, breathe into the stretch. Your last inhale, pull in another inch, let it go, bring the foot down, rotate a little bit to move your hips a little to the left, and we're going to have your right leg fall to the right-hand side. Again, you can keep the legs at 290-degree angles, or you can reach down and grab the right foot with the left hand and pull it up towards you. So again, left shoulder trying to reach the mat, right hand on the left knee pressing down, and just breathe into this. If you have the right foot, release it, come back up to center, bring the knees up, pull them into your chest, do a little rock back and forth, and then come up to a seated position, legs straight out in front of you. Rotate your shoulders back, chest up into staff pose. Take a breath here, and then reach forward towards the feet. You can grab the ankles, grab the toes, grab under the feet, whatever is available to you, and we'll just do a forward fold. Keeping hold of the bind. Next inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Go ahead and bring the right foot up into a seated tree pose, and we're going to bend forward over the left leg, grab the left foot. Make sure that your shoulders are square with the mat coming forward. Think about bringing your right knee towards the ground as you're leaning forward over the left leg. We'll keep maintaining the bind in the inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. We're going to open up the right leg a little bit. Try to be like a 45-degree angle to the side. And then we're going to lean over to the left-hand side for kind of a side stretch. You can either just kind of lean over what you have. If you want to bind the foot or the toe, grab and pull yourself down. Just think about twisting the chest towards the front, opening up the right-hand side of the body. Release the bind, come up, and we're just going to switch sides. So bring the right leg forward, bring the left leg up into seated tree. Inhale and exhale, lean forward into over the right leg. Think about relaxing into the breath. Think about the left knee falling towards the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. We're going to open up the left knee out to the side. Sorry for being behind you. Let me switch sides like this. And we're going to lean over to the right. Again, if all you have is this, that's fine. If you can grab the bind, it's a little tougher on this side for me, then do that. And think about twisting the chest forward. You want a real good side stretch here. Next exhale, release. Inhale, come up. I will face the front of the mat again. And we're going to go ahead and come forward onto your hands and knees. Step back into high plank, low plank, upward facing dog, and hold. Do a little back bend here. The last one before we close out. Pressing your shoulder blades together and your chest forward, arching the back. We did a bunch of forward folds, so now we're going to do a little counter stretch to that. And now roll over your toes into downward facing dog. Pressing into your shoulders. Bend your knees, look forward, come to a seat. I will face the camera into our closing poses here. Go ahead and sit in, if you want to sit in lotus pose or half lotus pose or simple seat like I am. If you have it in your practice, you can reach around in lotus pose and grab your toes. That's great. I cannot. So I'm going to reach back and grab opposite elbows, open up my chest, and then exhale, breathe, bend forward. Breathe deep into the chest, into the back. Your belly is constricted, so find other places to find breath. Next inhale, come up slowly. Release your bind. Hands on your knees. Actually, let's do a twist. Right hand on left knee. Twist to the left. Twisting with the waist first and then the knees. Not pulling with your neck. Come back to face forward and we'll switch sides. Left hand down, right hand back, and we're twisting to the right. Come back to center. Hands on knees, maybe palms up, maybe touch the fingers. Close your eyes and we'll do a couple of closing breaths. Deep inhale and exhale. Bring your hands to prayer in front of your heart. Chin to chest. Thank yourself for taking the time to focus on your wellness and your stretching and your breathing. And hopefully this will continue the rhythm throughout the rest of the day. Bring your thumbs to your forehead, head up, inhale. Exhale gratitude as you lean forward. Thank you very much for joining me. Hope you enjoy this and other videos, and I'll see you next time.